Welcome to Seasons blog, the life cycle of yield. Picture water flowing through a series of connected pools. The first pool collects rainwater. When it fills to a certain level, a gate opens automatically. Water flows into the second pool, which has 3 channels splitting the flow in different directions. Each channel leads to smaller distribution pools, measured and balanced. That's basically how Seasons works, except instead of water, it's transaction fees. Instead of pools, it's smart contracts. And instead of flowing to random places, it flows directly to your wallet, in proportion to how much SEAS tokens you hold. In real time, in alternative assets like Solana meme coins. Let's trace the life cycle of yield on Seasons. All the crucial steps, in simple terms. Buying 10,000 plus SEAS tokens. Your Solana wallet gets added to the node list. That is the list of eligible addresses, the moment you buy at least 10,000 SEAS tokens. This is where the journey begins. 10% of your transaction contributes to yield generation on the platform, ultimately flowing back to you and your fellow community members. Another 1.5% goes out as liquidity provider fees, which help keep the system running sustainably in the long run. The remaining 88.5% goes to you, and you start earning yield on Seasons. All of this happens under the hood. You don't need to go through the hassle of staking or locking your tokens up. Your SEAS tokens remain in your wallet always, as long as you keep them. You are in charge. The acquirer contract sides, automating yield flows. Seasons yield flow is entirely on-chain, with little or no manual intervention required. This ensures optimal fairness and transparency. And more importantly, everything is automated. End-to-end tokenized yield protocol and distribution pipeline. The acquirer contracts is at the heart of the system. It collects the fees you pay while buying or selling SEAS tokens and directs them to the yield pool. Once $50,000 gets collected in the pool or 4 hours pass, whichever is earlier, the acquirer contract triggers yield distribution. That's how you start earning yield on Seasons within hours, without having to wait for days, months, or years. During the distribution phase, the acquirer contract checks your wallet against the node list. It also references the current inclusion list to determine the alternative assets to be used for yield payout. Then, finally, it deploys the capital from the pool, acquires these assets on decentralized exchanges, and routes them to your connected wallet. To ensure maximum safety, the Seasons protocol uses a fresh instance of the acquirer contract for each yield cycle. That is, once executed, the current instance is burned, and a new instance is deployed to handle yield flows. So if the contract gets compromised or hacked at any point, only a maximum of $50,000 is at risk, not the entire system. It goes on and on. As long as you hold 10,000 SEAS tokens in your wallet or more, you enjoy continuous yield flow on Seasons. The protocol is essentially a closed loop in this sense. Every time someone buys, or even sells, SEAS tokens, the fees from their transactions trickle into the system as yield. It follows the same path as we discussed so far. The logic is simple. More transactions, more fees, more yield for everyone. And as you must have noticed, there's no dependence on the price of SEAS tokens, or any other token for that matter, at any point in the entire flow. It's all based on volume, velocity, and of course, community participation. That, by the way, is how we've implemented our core belief in code. Markets may rise and fall, but yield is here to stay. It's code you can verify and don't need to trust. Code that works for you, not any centralized extractive entity.